time running down. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
So
Who was the Aberdeen player, please? Who got sent off 3 times?
John got the answer.
Dean
Yes.
Windass.
I'm surprised it was
Dean
only
Windass.
3. Three was his average, I think.
Yep.
Thank you.
I still don't understand. If he was sent off once, how did he get back on?
You don't have to get back on. You can get sent
You
off
just
in the
got-
dressing room.
Got 3 cards, that's all.
Yeah.
He'd do something in the tunnel.
You can be sent off before you even get on the pitch.
But why are you allowed on the pitch?
So
Why are you
for
allowed-
Tony's, shut up. For Tony's benefit, the player sent off 3 times was Dean Windass.
I
All
don't
right,
un-
Tony.
I don't understand. If you're sent off, fine. You don't come back on again, even if it's in the dressing room or anywhere else. Are we sure it was 3 red cards, not 3 yellows?
It was
Ian,
3
he
reds.
wasn't off the pitch when the second red card was issued. He got sent, his first red card was for a nasty challenge. His second red card was for abusing the referee on his way off the pitch. So he was still on the pitch and abused the referee. That's 2 red cards. And before he'd got off the pitch, he kicked the coach like in a temper and got the 3rd red card. So he was still on the pitch. I think the 3rd red card was a bit trivial.
Yeah, very harsh.
But he was on the pitch the whole time.
Right.
I've got
Okay.
one more question if you want it.
Yeah. Go on.
Which 19-year-old goalkeeper saved a penalty with his first touch in league football after 54 seconds?
Oh, it's Wednesday's.
Wednesday when Kevin Pressman got sent off at Wolves.
Now, which goalkeeper saved the penalty with his first touch in league football after 54
Miles
seconds?
Miles Smith.
He played for Birmingham City.
Ian Bennett.
No.
Stunned.
Stunned silence.
Can't think of many Birmingham goalkeepers.
Yeah, got sent off.
Gil
after
Merrick.
54. Is hang on, we've got somebody at the door. Just bear with me.
Classic.
Has he got the answer? Some chap
Oh,
can
sorry,
walk
sorry
in.
about-
Oh, no,
sorry
the
about
answer,
this.
I'll give him a ring.
It's Dean Windass.
Archie
His
Moore.
There you insult me.
His first name's
Right.
Tony.
Ivan Major.
Tony Cotton.
Tony Cotton, oh, I've heard of him. Yeah,
Yep.
fancy that.
Sorry about that. I'll have to go. Just for a minute. All right.
I've got a question.
But the answer's Tony Cotton.
Yeah.
Question?
All right, Paul. Paul the Biscuit.
Yeah. Which club played in 4 Charity Shield finals in the 1980s and never lost?
Liverpool.
Forest.
No,
Liverpool.
no,
Man United.
Never lost.
no,
Arsenal.
no,
Aston Villa.
no.
Chelsea.
Trick question.
Not a trick question, no.
Chelsea.
Not Chelsea.
Tottenham.
No,
Leicester.
no,
Everton.
Everton. Yeah.
Mm.
Good answer, kid.
They won 3 times and shared it once when they drew with Liverpool.
Oh. Why did they share it?
Because they drew, and so they didn't go to extra time in those days, apparently, or whatever.
Strange.
Yeah, but played 4 times, never lost.
Hmm.
Who? Other one as well. Who is the most recent player to score in both the FA Cup final and the League Cup final in the same year?
Ian Rush.
No.
Dennis
More-
Wa-
When's you're an Arsenal player? Yeah.
no, it's more recent than that.
Man City, Aguero.
No.
Drogba.
Yes.
There's fresh flowers in it.
Well done, Pete. Yeah. For Chelsea in 2007.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Any more, Paul?
I've got a few, but I'm sure other people have got some.
Yeah. Big Paul had got his hand up.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Big Paul.
It wasn't a question, it was just a statement. Nobody's mentioned Trevor Cherry at all.
No,
That's true.
yeah.
One of the few Leeds players who I couldn't disrespect. One of the few Leeds players I didn't regard as dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go along with
I
that.
agree, John.
Yeah.
I met him. Him and Alan Clark came to do one of our league dinners. Alan Clark was an absolute pain
Big
in
head.
the backside. Absolute. He got such a big chip on his shoulder.
Mm.
It was embarrassing.
Mm.
And Trevor Cherry looked embarrassed the whole time. When Trevor Cherry went to do his bit, he was smashing. It was really nice. And really nice with everybody. Alan Clark was standoffish. Trevor Cherry was absolutely the opposite. So, every respect for Trevor Cherry.
Alan Clark once came to our school and he was one of 3 guests. But like you say, he got a massive chip on his shoulder. He got nothing to talk about other than Leeds United. They asked him who was the best player he'd ever played with or against. And bear in mind, he played in the 1970 World Cup with Pele and so on. His answer was
Yeah.
Billy Bremner.
Did anybody see the football what stands in for match of the day on Saturday night? The top 10 players never to have played for a top 6
Yep.
club.
Yes, I saw.
And how did David Batty get into that 10?
I couldn't believe it when they said that. I thought it was a
How
joke.
did he get in?
Mm.
Do you
I
know
know
what?
Ian?
Leeds, but nevertheless, I know he was a workhorse.
Yeah.
But what skill had he got? He'd got a good engine and a nasty piece of work.
Ian,
That's
yeah, sorry.
Ian?
Thanks, Keith. That list was very contrived. There wasn't a single goalkeeper mentioned. Now, think
No.
of all the goalkeepers we've had.
Yeah,
Invariably a high standard, but never make the top 6.
yeah, you're right.
I think. Sorry.
Personally, I thought Matt Letizia should have been the top.
I would have said that as well.
Yeah.
Exciting player, did it over many, many seasons.
Yeah,
For
So
me,
what-
he was the best of that.
I was surprised that Harry Speed was as high as he was.
Yeah. Good player, but
Was a
not
good
an
player.
exciting player like
No.
Matt Letizia.
I think there was a bit of a sympathy vote there.
yeah.
Understandable as well, but I thought so.
One thing I forgot from earlier on was today is the anniversary of a goal scoring record that happened in 1928.
Remember it well.
I might have been there.
That was too early for Payne or Luton, weren't it? The 10 goals.
Yeah. No.
Dixie Dean.
A goal scoring record.
Oh, Dixie
I
Dean.
said Dixie Dean.
Yeah, that's a good
Hey,
shout.
Dixie Dean,
Yes.
60 goals in a season.
most goals in a season.
Shall I
Of
just
those
read what it says in the book? Yeah.
Of those 60 goals, how many were headers?
40.
40,
right,
I would have thought
yes.
that. Yeah, I would have thought 40.
40.
What it says in the book is in 1925, a change was made to the offside law. Instead of needing to be 3 players between attacker and goal, the rule now required only 2. Defences took a while to adjust tactically, and during this period, strikers flourished. In the 1926-27 season, Swindon's Harry Morris scored 46 goals in the 3rd Division South. The same year, George Camsell broke the Football League scoring record in the 2nd Division by scoring 59 of Middlesbrough's 122 goals. Camsell's haul included 9 hat-tricks, a record for a single season which still stands today. But his overall record only lasted a season. Bill Dean, and apparently he hated the nickname Dixie, joined Everton Tranmere Rovers in 1925. The club had been struggling in the lower reaches of the 1st Division when he joined, but his first season tally of 32 goals helped propel Everton to mid-table safety. The team struggled a season after, but then Dean had missed 4 months after nearly killing himself in a motorbike crash. When he returned, the goals continued to flow, and in the 1927-28 season, Dean's efforts secured the 1st Division Championship for Everton with a game to spare. He had up to that point scored a ludicrous 57 goals and so needed a hat-trick in the final game at home to Arsenal to beat Camsell's mark. Dean scored 2 in the first half to draw neck and neck. The first a header from a corner, the second a penalty. The third took its time in coming. Only 8 minutes of the game remained when Dean claimed his hat-trick and the record by walloping in a towering header, the 40th of those 60 goals. He wandered off the pitch with a minute to play to avoid being mobbed by fans. But was it all just down to the change of the offside law? That can be argued. He never scored 60 again, but Dean left Everton in 1937 for Notts County, having scored 349 goals in 399 appearances. Defenders weren't that confused, and anyway, they had a decade to work it out. And that was in 1928, Bill Dean.
Who's the best header of the ball you've ever seen? Mine is John Charles.
Ooh,
That's a good show.
Kevin
Mick
Keegan.
Jones.
Mick Jones, yeah.
Mick Jones.
An Evertonian.
Mick Prendergast.
Alex Young.
And for his size, Gil Reese was a good header of a ball.
he was.
Yeah.
Especially
Golf
at
Crook.
corner.
Yeah.
Golf Crook was a good header
Yeah.
of the ball.
Dave Redfern. What about Mick Prendergast? He could head a ball, couldn't he?
Mick Prendergast. Bronco Lane. Bronco.
Roy
Yeah,
Shiner.
Derek Booth.
Johnny
Derek
Skinner.
Pace.
What was that, Dave?
Roy Shiner.
Derek,
Roy Shiner, yeah.
yeah. What about Derek Pace?
Derek Pace, Duck
Derek
Pace.
Pace. He was good at heading a ball and good at thumping it in as well.
Yeah.
Had some good tackles, rivalry with Swanee, didn't he, at one time?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Derek Pace sorted Swan out. He knew how to
Oh,
play
he did.
Swan. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
little
Particularly when he
sod.
pulled his shorts down, ran round and scored what was the winner at Hills.
Well, it should have been disallowed then.
He should have, but it was funny. Yeah.
No,
Dave
Cristiano Ronaldo, brilliant header.
Yeah.
That's a
Dave
good
Dave
Redfern.
Redfern.
He's one of the all-time.
Who were the first 2 teams to be broadcasted live on BBC Radio?
Sheffield United and Arsenal.
Great.
Yeah.
What, Tommy?
1936 FA Cup final.
No,
No,
No, it was a league game.
the league
Yeah.
game. Sorry, thought it was the cup final.
it's 19s.
1928, something like that.
A bit lower, John.
27.
Yeah,
Like
27.
well before the cup final.
Mm.
Yeah.
back.
What's he eating, John?
Yeah.
Any more, Dave?
Yeah. Who was the first manager to win Scottish and English leagues?
Ferguson.
Yeah. Correct.
Aberdeen.
Some clever people out there.
Yeah, Aberdeen.
Ian,
And Keith.
Ian next.
Like, just going back to your back header, nobody mentioned Jeff Astle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah.
Tony Hatley as well.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
Hinckley.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
John Ritchie. Kenneth Wolstenholme once said John Ritchie had got a boot between his ears.
Was it a compliment?
He were meant to be. Didn't sound it, did it?
Well, we've all forgotten probably the most modern header of the ball.
Oh, Brian Dean.
No, more modern than Brian Dean.
Peter
No.
Crouch. Peter
Peter
Crouch holds the
Crouch.
record for most headed goals in the Premiership.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Andy Gray.
Can't think why. Yeah, Andy Gray. Yeah.
Andy
Well,
Gray
are
was
you
good.
talking British football or worldwide?
Well, Chris already mentioned Ronaldo.
Ronaldo was good, yeah. Ronaldo.
Gerd Muller.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
Billy.
Billy Sharp.
Billy, aye, Billy.
For his height, brilliant.
That's why I mentioned Kevin Keegan, because I used to watch him at Anfield and he'd out jumped John Toshak.
Mm-hmm.
They were a good partnership, Ian, weren't they?
Yeah, and I'd be interesting to see the stats, but I wonder how many headed goals they had between them, because it just sticks in my memory that Kevin Keegan outjumped John Toshak so often that, you know, it was an oddity that the smallest man on the pitch should outjump the tallest man on the pitch, so to speak.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of questions if you want them on a different topic.
McDonald.
Yeah.
To do with the Grand National again. You probably know the answer to the first one.
Sorry,
But I doubt you'll know the answer to the second one. Two fences, Beecher's Brook and the Chair. Why are they named? Beecher's
My
Brook
phone's
and-
going 2 seconds.
Beecher's Brook after Captain Beecher.
Yeah,
Who
why?
finished? Why? Because he fell off his horse and landed in the brook. Was it the second Grand National?
Yes, and
You're still there. And
Died.
what is he reputed to have said?
yeah, I should know this.
He didn't just fall off the horse and go into the brook. He stayed in the brook. Why?
Couldn't swim.
No.
He stayed in the brook because all the horses following, he wanted to protect them. And while he was there, he had a wee dram. And he says the water tastes disgusting without the benefits of whiskey. That's what he refuses to say.
Yeah.
The chair is an interesting one. Anybody got any idea? The chair is 5'2". And I think I've worked out it's a 12-foot span for the horse to actually get over the chair, because it's not only tall, but it's the broadest fence on the course. Why was it called a chair?
Wasn't it the location where for want of a better word, an umpire sat? An umpire, a referee, a judge.
Absolutely right. What was he judging? Do you know? Think about the proximity of where the chair is, albeit on the first circuit. Think second circuit and the relationship.
To make sure everybody jumps it and not runs round it.
No, it's not to do with the fence. It's the proximity of the fence, and in particular, its relationship, its proximity, its relationship with the second circuit.
I'm going to say, is it to make sure that they go on to the second circuit? Because sometimes horses have been known to go the wrong way. Okay.
No. Think about it. The chair is in the same proximity as the finishing line. So he was actually the judge that viewed the distances, 1 length, 2 lengths, 3 lengths of the winning second and subsequent horses.
Oh, right.
I only just learnt that today. But anyway, that's my two, Keith. Thank you.
Okay.
I've got a
any
couple,
more?
Keith. I've got a couple.
Yes, John.
In Australian rules football, what's the maximum number of players allowed on the pitch at the same time?
15 for each team.
Close.
18.
17.
No. Close.
16.
16.
No, 18. It's
said
18
18.
aside. And how many subs are they allowed during the course of the game?
Half a dozen.
Probably
It's
not.
4. So it's 18 aside, and they're allowed 4 subs each. Massive pitch, isn't it? Yeah.
Shane Warne was a good Aussie rules player.
Was he?
Hmm.
Didn't realise. Seriously.
Seriously, yes. It was.
Yeah.
He preferred Aussie rules to cricket.
No,
And
I fancy that.
It was only when he wasn't taken on as a full-time professional, because he was a sort of apprentice. Only when he wasn't taken on as a full-timer in Aussie rules that he decided he'd start playing cricket.
I think I heard that story, Paul.
Yeah.
When, you know, in Test Match Special, there's a wet day and they just talk over it. I think I heard that story when they interviewed him.
I've only just finished reading his book. It's a really good book.
I bet it is. Yeah.
I was really surprised. What a clever guy. Yeah, it's a really good read. Yeah.
And secondly, which horse race is run at Churchill Downs?
Well, it's the American one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Melbourne. Oh,
Kentucky Derby.
No,
Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby.
No, it's not.
How old are the
It's
horses
not.
that take
No,
part?
sorry.
Hang on.
It's a Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
Very
you're right.
true. Very true. Not Kentucky Blue. Who sang Kentucky Bluebird?
I don't know and I don't want to know.
I know you wouldn't want to know. round about 1960.
Remind me
don't
how
wanna
it
hear it,
goes,
John.
John. Remind us how it goes.
No, you don't want to know. You don't
Yeah,
wanna
we
know.
do. Go on.
Adam Faith.
Tommy Wynette.
Adam Faith.
ah.
And Freddie Starr used to do an impression of him singing it very badly. But the impression was very good. Yeah. Carry on. Why is
Maurice
Keith looking
Chevalier.
at me again?
Who's
Has
got
anybody else got a quiz question?
I've got a few, but
Yeah.
there must be other people.
Claire actually sent me some quiz questions. I don't know.
Just try this one then.
Yeah.
Which club had 36 consecutive seasons in the 4th tier from 1974 to 2010?
Accrington Stanley.
No.
No.
True.
No.
No.
Hartlepool.
No.
Southend.
No.
Mansfield.
No.
Morecambe.
No.
Exeter.
No.
Bury.
No.
Are they still around today?
Yes, they are.
Rochdale.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Rochdale.
Rochdale. 36 consecutive seasons without getting promoted or
Very good.
Jesus.
voted out in those days.
Which was the only 100-to-1 shot to win the Grand National?
Foynhaven.
That's right.
It's the only one I know.
Mm.
Yeah.
What was the
67.
name of the horse that caused? What was the name of the horse that caused all the damage at Fournhaven?
Don't know.
Pop them down.
Very appropriate.
Well, the commentator made something of it. He said, and he certainly did. Pop them down.
Yeah. Which Premiership player is using the lockdown to complete his national service?
Oh, so this is
Son
Yeah.
Heung-min.
Son Heung-min, yeah.
Yeah.
And which was the first county championship side to furlough its players?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, aye.
They have that reputation.
Right, can I just wind the conversation a bit, really. What do we think is going to happen with the football this season? Because from everything that I see, I think it's becoming less and less certain that they're going to be able to finish it.
I agree.
I do as
Yeah.
well. I
They
do.
shouldn't even
Some
try
teams
to
are-
finish it now.
It only needs 7 teams to vote against it for it not to happen.
I
And-
don't think they'll finish it.
And the ones who are in danger of getting relegated will vote against it.
Yeah.
I
They
think
will,
it's,
they will find a reason for it not to happen if they've got a chance of being relegated.
Karen Brady
Yeah.
will.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
And Aguero,
Now,
Watford will.
I think
Yeah.
left to,
now,
left to football, I think you may be right, but it's, to my mind, it's gone very political.
Yeah.
The politicians can see this psychological effect of actually reinstating football sooner rather than later. So
And,
watch
yeah.
that space.
and also deflect away from the shortcomings of the government.
Government, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if you want to be political about it, yeah.
Yeah.
but I
That's
think they've run into a problem already, in that some teams are saying if we play on neutral venues, we'll only play on neutral venues if they take away relegation.
yeah.
If they do that, then they can't promote anybody, because there's a Premier League rule that says they can't have more than 20 teams. However, there's also an agreement with the Championship that they will promote X number of teams.
So that means Wednesday wouldn't go up then.
So it may,
There's a very
my
good chance
reading
it
of
could have
it,
gone down.
my reading
Yeah.
is that if they do cancel it, no one will go down and no one will come up, because someone else has suggested, well, they could still bring 3 teams up and we'll have 23 teams in the, or 22, 23 teams in the Premier Division next season. But the season after, we'll have to relegate 5 teams. Now, not a
Unless they did it
single-
progressively.
No, but even if they did it progressively, there's no Premier League team going to vote to have 4 or 5 teams relegated in a season. Because
They're all. Oh, sorry, Keith. Go on. Sorry.
go on,
They're also
go on.
saying that the television companies will rail against the fact of no relegation, because in effect it will just become a series of friendlies because there's nothing to play for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
They should just forget it, call it a day, give Liverpool the Premiership, and then just forget it. Start afresh next season.
Yeah, but John,
No, you can't do that.
team will
No,
keep-
why that? They haven't
Why
won it.
them?
They
They,
haven't won it.
no, they haven't
That's
won
it,
it,
John.
but they are 25 points in front. So
Oh, yeah,
morally,
they're
they've got to
gonna
give them
win
the
it, but-
title.
Remember,
Yeah.
Devon Lock.
Doug,
Yeah. We're talking about having extra 3 teams in Premiership. You wait for they'll have something to say about that, because they think 20 is too many.
Mm.
I don't think that's for me. I don't think that's a starter, because teams are never going to vote to have more than 3 teams relegated. To be too dangerous.
It's a very difficult question, this one.
It is.
Yeah,
Whatever they
well,
do,
The answer,
people will find fault with it.
the answer will be driven by where did they make the money.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
All about
TV,
that. Yeah.
TV will probably
Sky,
make the
BT.
decision for them.
If they don't finish the league,
Yeah.
they will lose £1 billion from TV money. If they don't finish
Yeah.
it.
And there's your clue.
Yeah. But it won't be football as we know it if they try to finish it, will it? It won't be proper football.
Liverpool have remained quiet in the discussions, but I've seen the shortlist of the neutral grounds, starting with Wembley. Tottenham and Anfield are excluded. Man City is included. Arsenal's included. I can't see Premier League sides who has something at stake, whether it be a European place or relegation, whatever, allowing to neutral grounds. The decision will be made on a financial basis. I'm sure of it.
What have I missed here? And I've obviously missed something. Why are they considering neutral grounds? What's the benefit of it? What is the idea behind it?
They'll have thousands of people.
To stop
Supporters.
crowd participation, they think that if Liverpool was allowed to be a ground, and it would happen, Liverpool supporters would congregate outside the ground because they're that close to the
Celebrate
first championship
the
win
league
in
win.
30 years.
Mm.
And the mayor of Liverpool has come out against it. And it's true. You've seen Liverpool supporters at Wembley, you know, getting in free, you know, climbing all the...
Yeah, I don't
no
wish to
good.
comment on this because it would get me in too much hot water.
Yeah.
Really,
But what they
I just
say,
thought-
but what they
Anyone's-
say is that Liverpool shouldn't play at Anfield. In other words, you could still use Anfield as a ground, but
Yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
don't play there. That's what makes it
Yeah.
neutral, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just
Nobody
think
plays on their home ground.
And I think it's all speculation, Paul, to be honest. It's all hearsay, because I don't think anybody really has decided anything, to be honest.
No.
anyway, lads.
Anyway,
Anyways,
4
I,
minutes.
think I just think it's time with less than 5 minutes to go. So I just think it's time for us to get our singing voices out. If I can. Come on,
the
John.
signal's weak. My signal's just about to go, Keith. I'm going. All right, bye-bye.
Can we give it a minute?
Listen.
So what you singing, Keith?
Listen.
Can
you hear
I
it?
was going to get Dame Vera to
Yeah.
join us.
Can't we put Pavarotti on it?
Are you ready?
We'll meet again.
Hang on. Hang on a second. Here we
He's
go.
got her there with him.
I've got her sat here next to me.
Looks remarkably like Big Paul.
Is it Captain Tom's version?
No.
Is she on the
It's
beach?
Just,
Behind you?
it's just, yeah, I'm on Copacabana.
What on earth is going on, Keith?
You've only got 3 minutes, Keith.
What are you doing?
Can't we sing Living Doll?
Got yourself crying, talking, sleeping, walking,
Again,
living doll.
don't know where,
Don't know where, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Keep
Falling through, just like you always do.
you.
Till the
Blue
blue
skies drive the dark clouds far
Till the blue
away.
skies drive the dark clouds far away.
You know what's happening, don't you? You're all singing, and you're singing over each other, so you all cut out, come in.
Tell them I won't be long.
Keith, how about next round?
Oh, Keith sounds like Long John Baldry.
It sounds like Long John Silver to me.
Yeah.
Come on, join in.
I thought we had done.
Again, don't know
No.
where.
Which theme tune did Long John Baldry sing?
Like listening to Michael Ball.
Sunny day.
No, it's Alan Ball.
No, it isn't.
Can't you hear Dame Vera?
No.
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 Hey, I'm playing.
A very good idea, Keith.
Longstaff.
Pardon?
Could hear Dave Longstaff.
Thank you very much, Lol. I'm putting my pantomime dame dress on any minute now.
I'm playing this on Thursday night on our road.
Why have you started screen sharing?
Keith Fuminger has started screen sharing.
Screen
Keith,
sharing.
what
have
are
you
you
done,
playing
Keith?
at?
You're messing up the
It's Dave Vera. that's doing
recording.
What?
What are you doing,
Please
Birmingham?
say hello.
Keep
to
your
the
hands
Still
to
folks
going.
yourself.
He's still going.
With me.
Paul, don't you ever complain about my
No.
singing again.
it. John, you do the singing from now on. Okay, that's fine.
John, is he on the
Right.
tequila?
I think so, yeah.
With less than a minute to go, so
Good.
Thank God for
see
that.
you next week.
See you next week.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
See you next
have
week.
washing on the
See you, Joe.
secret line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear?
Oh,
That's good, that, Dave.
Like
Dave, have
that.
you realised, Dave, there's only 2 Wednesday nights here, and the place is full of United
Thank
tonight.
you, Keith.
bye bye, everybody.
We're going
Yeah.
now. Bye. Bye.
My senses, Keith.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.